Yes.
Please welcome Shai. Shai DeLuca-Tamasi joins us. We saw that initial bedroom space, and now we go to a bedroom that you might want to consider for a young man in his 20s.
Yes.
You know, we often get criticized that decor sometimes errs on the side of feminine.
So exactly, and there's a super funny story behind, you know I love a good story. So there's a super funny story behind this. I have a client who's been with me for years, for every little thing she loves to call me, and we've become friends over the years, and I've watched her son grow up. And he moved out, went to college, got his first place. He did a phenomenal job with tips and rules that I gave him for his place, except for the bedroom. And the mom called me, lovely, lovely, typical Jewish mother, just like mine. And she was like, you know, he doesn't call, he doesn't write, he can't get a girlfriend. And she was under the impression that he couldn't get a girlfriend because his bedroom was such a disaster. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go out, I'm going to look at it, and we'll see if we can figure it out.
Right.
Went out, sure enough, he walks me through the place, did a great job, getting to the bedroom. I'm like, oh my God, I was like taken aback. I was like, why didn't you finish with the bedroom? And his idea was, well, nobody really sees it except for the girlfriend, which you don't have, because, right? So there's a psychology behind it. He had this bed on a box spring without any skirt, and it was just kind of a whole bunch of mishmash of stuff.
Right.
Let's do some tips and rules, which will be really easy for even the most, you know, unloving of decor inept, who like that one, man out there. First thing is first, he showed me the bed. I was like, this bed is huge. He lived in a condo. It was on a box spring, and he was like, well, this is where the magic happens. And I looked at him, and I was like, if you're using the phrase, this is where the magic happens, ain't no magic happening. I promise you, ain't no magic happening.
There will never be magic in this space.
With that. So the first rule is, let's take it down a notch. Let's take the bed down a notch. Beds are so much more contemporary nowadays. We don't have to have a box spring. So with a good slat system, you can have a really beautiful bed like this one from Life. And I love the splay leg on it. It's really an interesting detail, but when you walk into a room and the bed is your focal point, you're going to see that. So consider those little details on the front of a bed when you're looking at a good piece to kind of introduce.
It's sleek.
It's sleek, it's beautiful. The color is a beautiful, rich wood, and that's really masculine. So again, you can really introduce kind of the masculine flair in the colors and in the finishes that you choose. Right?
Now, I love the grays that you've used, and I do think masculine when I think gray, although there's definitely a feminine manifestation of this. This is simple.
Right.
I like the way you did the pillows, because I do my pillows like that for my little boy's room. He fights me on it, but I like it.
You know what? I think that the pillows just fill up the bed a little bit better this way, so you don't have to have then accent cushions, which sometimes a lot of guys are like, I don't know, accent cushions, what do I choose? This just makes it a lot easier. It gives it that double layer, so it's a little bit more of a depth to it that you wouldn't necessarily have. The other thing also, if you notice, is that I love a dual-sided duvet because double the sheets for one price. So, you know, they don't really like to do their laundry as much, especially when they're in their 20s. Well, just flip it over, you have hopefully a clean side. So, right? Okay. Let's talk about investing in mood lighting. There is nothing worse than walking into a bedroom, and do you remember when we used to go out to the clubs and in the morning that horrible light would come on and you're like, oh my God, is that who I was dancing with? It was just awful. So invest in good mood lighting, especially in a bedroom. Mood lighting, it should be soft. It should be something that you can kind of move around. And what I like about this piece is that you can move it around and really gain certain moods based on where you'd like to focus the light to. Focus it on the art. Don't want to focus it on yourself in the morning. You know, things like that. Good pieces for mood lighting.
And you'll keep that all the way through. When he moves out, goes into his own home or, you know, a bigger place, he can still use that.
Do you remember these growing up? Because I think this was my desk lamp. So this is now coming. This is now coming back. It's all coming back. Keep your stuff, guys. It all comes back at some point. Okay, nightstands. So he had these cantilever kind of nightstands, which are really popular right now, but there's no storage to them. In a men's bedroom in their 20s, you need a good stash spot. You need a good spot to stash your stuff that you don't want your mom to see when she comes over.
I agree.
So invest in a nightstand that has some good storage in it, something that can be open to the bottom as well, so you can kind of pull out something that's easy and easy to use. Let's talk about the rug. So rugs are often things that are forgotten. And again, everything here is from Life. I really do love this rug from Life. What I like about a rug for a men's room is doing a geometric shape. Oftentimes, people are they veer away from doing a pattern on a rug because they're worried that it's too overwhelming, too much. With this rug here, well, with any rug in a bedroom, we're putting a lot of it under the bed, so you really can't go wrong. It's not like you have too much of it in a space, and it's a nice detail, not to mention in a cold winter, stepping off the bed onto, you know, a nice warm rug.
For sure. I'd say the art is worth a mention as well.
100%. So
I mean, that is something that maybe a lot of young men would just bypass, but it's one piece, and this is the room.
He had a Muhammad Ali poster hanging in his room, and I was like, no,
this is better.
This is better. This is better. This is easier. So again, geometric. You don't have to be kind of like an art connoisseur. It's about the color and about the shape. So I really do like this. It's a nice pop on the wall, geometric, easy to do. And you know what? There are a lot more tips. We'll put it on our website at cityline.ca.
Good stuff.
Yep.
No, you always do it up right, Shai.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.